All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. All right, a lot of still kind of like theories and stuff like that going around. Remember, we did see the recent ads or trailers or whatever. They did play some of these ads during the Daima episode, the new Daima episode that was played on Japanese TV. The Krillin ad right here, this was played. I asked Goresh, and he did confirm that it was just on Japanese TV. He said that Legends and Dokkan get ads every week, like right before the time episode, is what Goresh said. So, like, there's always, like, Legends and Dokkan stuff that they're promoting alongside Daima, which is good. I mean, definitely good for Dragon Ball itself, right? So we've got these 10th anniversary ads, which are going to lead us into the 10th anniversary. I assume we're going to see more ads. We'll see. There is one important note to make about some of the stuff it says in here, though. All right, yeah, just quickly right here. Alpal had this. So it's just like, everything about Dragon Ball being here, being kind of like the potential message to take away from the ads. We'll see, right? We'll see what it's actually going to lead to. And like, I did love the idea of an LR from each arc. I mean, if they don't drop Vegito for the Christmas LR, then, he could be like Buu Saga LR part of the anniversary. We could get maybe like a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the Android Cell Saga, probably Super Saiyan Goku, and then maybe like a Kaioken Goku or something like that. I don't know. I feel like it could work. Like, if we're gonna get like so much of like DBZ in the one celebration, I feel like it could be very fun and memorable, actually. Like, it would work well. Now, a lot of people were replying to it. A lot of people were, doing quotes, giving their thoughts on it. And, I mean, this little thread here was good. So, obviously, if we're going to ask me, what do I think? I'm always going to push for what I think will be the most hype, which is these guys. It's you'll get a lot of people say, oh, it's time for something different, not time for fusions. Fusions have, over the 10 years of Dokkan, they've gotten a lot of like major slots. So like, when I say major slots, we're talking about like Dokkan Fest LR, Carnival LR is pretty recent, only within the last 3 years. But like, a lot of these like major unit slots, fusions have filled up. But to be really fair, they have slowed down fusions, I would say, significantly over the last couple of years. Like, I have these pulled up where we could kind of just like see this, but it's like, okay, so like, let's look at these. So this guy was 2021, 2017, 2016, 2018, right? This is 2020. This guy is very recent. He's obviously 2024. This guy's 2018, right? There's 2020, 2024, 2018. That's 2022. This is 2017. This is 2020. Like, it's like they, in the once we got to like the 2020s, they did cool it a bit. And obviously Vegito, it just doesn't really feel like there's been that much. You've got your 2020 Vegito right there. This is where it's like, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2020, and then Super Vegito stops, basically. It is time right now for Super Vegito. Either Christmas, Carnival, or Anniversary, we're ready for Super Vegito, for sure. Let's see. So this guy was at the end of 2017. This is obviously a 2023 character. We did get Blue Vegito as part of the 2023 Worldwide. Now, this character is going to be remembered all time as, Raditz level meme character, but I maintain forever that the most difficult fights in the game were released during his celebration, and that character, mainly the Goku and Vegeta, though, not the Blue Vegito. I mean, he could finish the fights off, but those fights were about, like, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, right? And Goku and Vegeta were dominant defensively back then in those earlier spots. So I'll always defend that character for that. Nowadays, obviously, they suck. And it's just like, people will do, 5 game overs in a row. The 6th run, they get conditions perfectly, and they can make Vegito decent on turn 8, and then it's like, look, he's so good. It's like, well, the other 5 game overs have a little bit to do with that too. And this guy obviously is back in 2016. So it's like a lot of the Vegitos and stuff like that and Gogetas, we haven't actually really gone to too much recently. A 4 Fusion anniversary, I think, would be very good. And I do know it's going to be one of those things where we would get a lot of people that would say, oh my god, Fusions again. But it would be very, very hype. And I mean, it is just, it's true. This is like the most popular thing in Dragon Ball, is these guys right here. Right now, one of the main discussions about Daima is it's what was it, episode 3, episode 4, where they, revealed the potential new fusion method. And like all people have been theorizing since then is, oh baby, what new fusion are we going to see in Daima? So then we get to this. And I mean, this is, that's the code. This is it. Soreli got it. Nailed it. They nailed it. This is what we would love. So Super Gogeta would represent Dragon Ball movies. Super Vegito is the original manga / story. Now again, remember, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z in the original manga, it is just Dragon Ball. There is no, Dragon Ball Z in the original manga. So it like that Super Vegito would cover that. Blue Vegito for Dragon Ball Super. And then Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta for GT. It's perfect. Everything about Dragon Ball is here. Boom. They could do that, and then they could go create EX part, maybe free to play LR for like a Daima character or something like that, or like Daima could be kind of like right at the end, like free to play. Like it could be good. I'm not sure. By the way, so I mean, we should talk about like Daima. I guess I'll do a video. I'm gonna do a video just speaking about Daima stuff in Dokkan. And we'll kind of, maybe what I'll do is I'll probably do like a Daima review, and then I'll do a video let's talk about everything we've seen, what maybe could slide in as like a Dokkan Fest and stuff like that. Because remember, we have Carnival LR and Dual Dokkan Fest TURs this month in December. Then in January, it's only going to be the 2 Dokkan Fest LR, or maybe a Dokkan Fest LR and Carnival LR. Who knows which path they're going to go to. At the end of January. So it's like, where are the Daima characters going to come in? Are they actually just going to wait until Daima's over? I'm not so convinced about that, because we see the way Daima, I mean, they got it announced in Kakarot. Like, they've pushed Daima in the Dragon Ball games a lot, right? Legends already has several characters, so we'll see. Daima stuff could be coming at any time. Very important to mention. Now, I would say this really does look like a perfect anniversary to me. So, one of the big things about how I think that this would be a perfect anniversary, right? With Super Gogeta, Super Vegito, Blue Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, is again, they really would be able to cover, like, a lot, like, I don't know, like, damn, how do I word this? We'll see, like, celebration info, and, like, the celebration info, like, there's always all these different arts and stuff like that used for, like, the celebration, right? Like, okay, so, like, look at this, right? So we have Ultimate Gohan. So this is, like, the Buhan campaign. But you got, like, Ultimate Gohan in the campaign, and then there's Piccolo and Trunks and Goten. All the characters who were around there during, like, that kind of, like, portion of the series, right? Which, like, the Funimation arc was, like, the Fusion arc, right? Where, like, basically from the time chamber all the way until, like, Goku and Vegeta leave Boo's body. And it's just, like, all those different sort of, like, characters. Like, it would be fun to kind of go through a celebration, and, like, part 1 would have, I guess it would, so, like, part 1, what do we think? These would be, like, part 1, and these guys would be part 2? I think that could work well. So, like, part 1, we get a lot of, maybe, like, a Dragon Ball Saga story event. We would have, like some sort of movie story event, a movie Dragon Ball story. Like, they could cover a lot of that. I think it could work really well. I actually do. Just being able to cover all these different moments, I think, like, in the series, in, like, one celebration could be very fun, right? Like, just the co-op campaign could be based around, like, OG Dragon Ball, like there'll be an event for, getting, like, skill orbs. I mean, keep in mind, they could easily introduce like the Z Hero category with Super Vegito. Gogeta could introduce the GT category, and you'd say, whoa, whoa, whoa there, buddy. We already have GT heroes and GT bosses. We do. But you know what would be even better than GT heroes and GT bosses? If I could quickly find where... Hold on. Now, a huge problem right now is that we have GT heroes, right? And then we have GT bosses. And, I mean, it's just... They don't really go to GT often enough, I think, to justify having this as two categories. Like just make... So here's the GT Link. Just get them all on one team. It would actually work well, right? Because, like, all these characters have GT, which is very strong, by the way. 2 key, 10% attack and defense, right? You're probably going to have LRs. Like, you know, so you'd be able to have, you know, like LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and LR Omega Shenron. They, guess what? They're actually decent linking partners. If Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has shocking speed, right? Which sometimes Omega does. This Omega doesn't actually have shocking speed. Let me just click quickly on a different Omega that does that. Like this guy right here, right? Like him and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, they have... Well, okay. Okay. Like, they would have a bunch of links, right? Like Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power if it was an LR. Unfortunately, LR AJL Omega doesn't have Shocking Speed, but, like, they potentially would have a couple of links and big links. Omega specifically does probably want to still be over the, like, a big bad boss. Like, look at these, dude. This, too, is 45% attack and defense. Then this is going to get you to 60% attack. And then this gets you to, you know, 70%. Like, Omega generates so much power from links, so... I guess that kind of is one issue with him. But blah, 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 blah. The point is, we get a GT category, and then you easily could have, like, you know, that's why, like, 200% leader skills, like, the way they have it designed is fine. Because, like, that could be one of the extra 30% for, like, a character or something like that. Like, I think it would work well. Like, getting a Z... Like, we could do, like, a Z hero category. Would they do Z bosses at some point? They don't really need to. But a Z hero, I mean, I guess they would, but it's kind of a little bit close to sworn enemies anyway, but whatever. Z heroes would be such a fire category. Or think of how crazy... Z heroes would be... Oh my... Dude, it'd be so good. It would be so good. This would be an incredible anniversary. Introducing the GT category and the Z Hero category. Those would be 2 new categories that would mesh perfectly. They would be great teams. They would be fun teams, right? Getting the Z Hero category in there would be huge because, in my opinion, that would make it a lot easier to potentially do something like Dokkan Fest TN or Dokkan Fest Krillin. If they could have a Z Hero leader skill or be a Z Hero support. Like, imagine they do... We'll do Krillin. Imagine they do Dokkan Fest Krillin, and it's the fight against AGL Cell, right? Let's just say that. Just, you know, just as an example. Or not AGL Cell, but First Form Cell is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this guy right here. Like this, like when it's filler, but when he battles First Form Cell, right? They could make him like Z Hero, you know, 60% attack and defensive support. Stuff like that. Make him like a crazy Dokkan Fest. Like AGL Kid Gohan was back in the day. And then, like, we could have, like, you would have incentive, like, yeah, I'm going to run, you know, my Z Hero team led by all the fusions plus Krillin, because, of course, I'm going to have to run them. Like a Z Hero category would be good for Z Fighter, stuff like that, if they would be giving them, you know, love. So, I would love that. I would say that's probably what I want the most, right? Like this, I saw this, I said, hell yes. Now, I don't think Dokkan is in a spot where we need this or we need this or we need that. I don't think anything like that. I think Dokkan is going to be good to go as they are. Like, they could go a more creative route. I think that, like, I don't think Dokkan is like, oh my god, if the 10th anniversary is not, like, the best ever, like, the game is done. Like, I think Dokkan is in a really good spot after how good 2024 was. So, we'll see. But, yeah, This would be fantastic, right? Getting the Super Gogeta, Super Vegito, Blue Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta anniversary. So let me know what you guys think about the possibility of this anniversary. I know a lot of people go again. They get the fusions. Oh no, my god! But listen, I mean that's not what they're gonna say when everyone's gonna be freaking hyped, sick, man. I saw leading up to the ninth anniversary. I actually did see a lot of people going, as long as it's anything but Beast, right? And then Beast drops and oh, it's Christmas. So we need this, oh my god, if this is what they do, this would be just the sickest shit ever, right? This would put, and here, before anyone starts, like, they go, oh my god, but villains, bro, villains are literally in the best spot they have ever been in, ever. I feel right now, villains are the best they have ever been in. There's 50 good villain teams. There's villains everywhere. They have spammed villains, which is good because a lot of times they don't do that. And they don't release enough villains, or when they do release a villain, they give them weird ass kits, and then, you know, they're not able to have enough help, and then it's a wash. But, like, villains do have a significant amount of help right now, right? I mean, you know, dude, the last 3 Dokkan Fests have been villains, right? Vegeta, I mean, Vegeta's kind of, yeah, well, sure. But Slug and Buhan, like, those are real villains, right? And then, you know, heroes, we get a lot of villain characters, so villains are definitely in a good spot right now. So, yeah, I think that this could be a very, very solid anniversary. And then, you know, we could have, like, Z heroes and stuff throughout the year. We could have, like, a worldwide download celebration. People want that Namek love. I mean, a worldwide download celebration. We could do, I guess, the Resurrection F Part 2 idea wouldn't really synergize super well with Z Hero, but this year, like, seemed like super bosses and superheroes is what they were pushing. And then we just go into worldwide. There's a Broly movie, right? So, like, you know, halfway through the year, they just kind of stopped the theme of the year. And then like, since worldwide, you know, it's just been DBZ that they've been doing, right? Like they, you know, we did so much superhero, super bosses stuff. You know, UI Goku and Jiren for Tanabata. Then we got OG Dragon Ball Saga Roshi Dokkan Fest at the end of July. And then it's just been all DBZ since. So, you know, we'll see how that's gonna pan out. But, you know, worldwide next year again could be that, you know, Frieza Saga Part 1, Resurrection F Part 2, you know, with like the Namek, Goku and Frieza EZAs. I could see this leading into 2025 being a crazy year for Dokkan. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks guys for watching. I'll catch y'all next time.